Mr. Transformers 96 here for another update on the Hot Toys that are currently on pre-order. So I do one of these updated lists every few months, and essentially I break down of all the Hot Toys that are currently on pre-order, which ones have I pre-ordered, which ones am I thinking about ordering, and which ones do I want but probably aren't going to order, or at least maybe won't order. So this list changes pretty dramatically as figures come out, they fall off the list. As new figures are put on pre-order, they can come on the list, and then just in general with the passing of time and just my general feelings, sometimes my opinions change and things are shifted. So you know, there's actually, when I went to go update this list from last time I shot it, there were two figures in the probably or the ones that I want but probably won't get that I ended up actually buying. So it's kind of a crapshoot as to what ends up happening here. But this gives you a bit of an idea of kind of where I stand, a little snapshot of where I stand on the current Hot Toys pre-orders. So, you know, starting off the list, we have the ones that I have physically on pre-order. So that's the ones here. And let's see, how many do I have? Looks like 10. So I've got 10 Hot Toys on pre-order currently. The new additions to this, because there's, you know, the old ones that have just been on here forever, you know, like especially Tony Stark and even Scarlet Witch at this point. But some brand new additions from the last time I shot this is that I did end up pre-ordering Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman is a figure that I've wanted for so long at this point. However, I've been holding out hope, even if it was naively that they'd eventually do one that didn't have the rubber joints, but unfortunately it looks like that ship has sailed. I don't think that's ever going to happen, other than the golden armor one, of course, and I even considered getting that one, but in all honesty, it just doesn't represent Wonder Woman really. So I did end up ordering this Wonder Woman from 1984. I watched the movie again recently, and you know, contrary to popular belief, I actually really enjoy it. I know a lot of people don't like that one. I really enjoy it. I think it's great. So I definitely wanted a Wonder Woman and kind of did some research which one to get. I ended up pre-ordering this one, so very excited to finally get that Wonder Woman in the display. I've also added a couple Boba Fetts to this this pre-order list as well. So I had the clean armored version with the throne on this list for a while now. However, I did just throw on the battle damage Boba along with, you know, the 2-pack, so the one that included the kind of unarmored Boba Fett as well. Watching the Boba Fett show, I'm enjoying it. I don't think it's fantastic, but I think that hopefully it'll end really strong, and they've set some stuff up so that it will, hopefully. But nonetheless, I really enjoy the character of Boba Fett, and those figures look great. I really desperately wanted them. However, since I already had a Boba on pre-order, and then to order a 2-pack, which is expensive, it felt like it was not necessary. However, I did finally end up just pulling the trigger and going for it, and I couldn't be more excited, and they have been released, so hopefully I'll get that in my collection within the next month or so, and yeah, can't wait to get those figures. And then you have the other MCU figures that I'm very excited about, of course, the Shang-Chi figures, Taskmaster, and then another DC one being that Power Pose King Shark. Very excited for all of those. Now to the kind of updated thinking about ordering list, we have Carnage. This is one that Carnage is my favorite Marvel character. So this, it's surprising that I don't have it on pre-order yet. What's holding me back is that I honestly and truly did not like Venom 2. I really enjoyed the first one. I didn't like the sequel, and a lot of my I had a lot of issues with how they represented Carnage here. So although I'm kind of torn, because like character-wise, it's right up my alley, but this version of the character don't really love. So I think that I can't imagine myself letting this figure go and not, getting Carnage. However, I probably won't pre-order it until we get a little closer to release. Then we have Green Goblin, the newest figure on pre-order. Very excited for this one. I haven't ordered it right off the bat, though. There's a couple things that I'm still waiting for. Obviously, Green Goblin had 2 other different looks in the film, so I'm wondering if they do those other ones. And, I might still even get this, even if they do 1 or 2 of the other looks. However, I'm not sure. I kind of want to see what the line looks like before I pull the trigger on a Green Goblin. But I definitely will be getting a Green Goblin from this new film. If this is the only one they do, this is what I'll buy. If they do some others, I might buy the other one with the collider and then get this one as a standard or something of that nature. So yeah, just waiting to see what else they have down the pipeline. But that one is one that I'll, if you know, I think it's a pretty much 100% that I'll order that one. Then we have Maf Gideon. This is a figure that I've been kind of going back and forth on for a long time. Not 100% sure what I'm going to do with this one, to be honest. I'll wait to see the final product images. Another figure that I kind of just added on the list recently, or since the last time we filmed, is the Val Kilmer Batman Forever Batman. So this is a figure that, although, you know, I have issues with Batman Forever and, of course, Batman and Robin, there is some enjoyment for it for me, especially Batman Forever. It's cheese, but it's really good cheese. And with this, I've always regretted not buying the Michael Keaton Batman. However, with the fact that he's going to be in both the next Flash movie and the Batgirl movie, I think I'll very much get a second chance on getting that figure. Because I'm sure Hot Toys will do an update. So I plan to have a Michael Keaton Batman in my collection. It would be real cool to have a Val Kilmer and then hopefully a George Clooney one eventually. Like, that would be an awesome trio. That would just be a really badass, like, Detolf cube. So that's what's really tempting me. Not to mention, just for the fact that I regret not buying the Michael Keaton one, I could see myself not getting this one and then regretting it in the future. And, you know, this is the figure that they'll never make this one again. You know, of course, Val Kilmer, who's, you know, recovering from cancer, he's not going to be, you know, taking up the cowl again, even for a cameo, I think. So this is kind of your once in a lifetime chance to get it. So that's what's really making me want to get it. Then we have Falcon. Really like the look of this figure a lot, but I'm wanting to kind of see what his costume looks like in the next iteration. I know in the comics they've actually changed up the shield, and I like it a lot more. It has a lot more blue. It looks like it fits this version of Captain America. It makes it more unique, you know? So I'm kind of thinking that I might want the next Captain America Falcon rather than this one, but I do really like it. Then we have Harley Quinn. This figure looks really cool. The costume's grown on me. I didn't love it when I first saw it, but it has grown on me since. I think this could be a really fun figure as well. And I've got a bit of a Harley Quinn collection going, so this would be a nice addition to that. And then lastly, with the Dark Trooper. This is one that is kind of similar to the Death Trooper / Shore Trooper from Rogue One. Didn't get it, super regretted it. Luckily got another chance with the Mandalorian and got both of those in my collection. With the Dark Trooper here, I think this is the same type of situation that if I don't get it, I'll regret it. So I do think that I'll probably be ordering the Dark Trooper. Now, the last category of the ones that I want, but probably won't get, or at least, you know, I'm not sure about. I think there's a lesser chance of getting these than the other ones on that other list. We've got War Machine Mark 1. With the addition of the Infinity War Machine to my collection, I really love that War Machine. So I think that that might just kind of be the War Machine for me. So that's why I don't think I'm going to get this one. But I have kind of gone back and forth on this one in the past. Yelena, I really do think that the figure looks nice. I think it's a little overpriced, and I think that she has a bright future in the MCU going forward, so to get a Yelena figure would be great. Not 100% sure if this is the costume / hairstyle that's going to be her iconic look, so not 100% sure what I'm going to do. You know, this might be a situation like Falcon, where I might want to see what the next version of this figure is. Then we have Luke from The Mandalorian. This figure just looks really cool. I love the deluxe version that comes with that destroyed Dark Trooper. I think that's really awesome, so that intrigues me. But again, I don't think that I'll deem it as needed for the collection, but I really like the look of the figure. Ahsoka, I'd love to get a live-action Ahsoka in my collection. The issue with this one for me is the rubber arms and especially shoulders. A lot of rubber on her, just like Wonder Woman, which, you know, kept me from buying that Wonder Woman figure like 4 or 5 figures in, so that's kind of what's holding me back here with this Ahsoka. Not to mention, she might have a different look in her own show. I'm sure her costume will change at least to some degree, so that probably will be the much more iconic look for this character, as this version of the character, you know, this costume is just featured in a single episode of The Mandalorian. So if she has a different costume that I like more, that's featured for her entire show, that's probably going to be the better one to get. And then depending on how they do it, you know, there's the chance that they won't do rubber. So that always intrigues me. Then we have Doc Brown. I did pick up the most recent Marty, so to have Doc to go with them would be great. Doc, I think, is a little overpriced, though. I think he's on the much higher end, especially with the fact that it's reusing an old head sculpt, so, you know, I'm a little iffy on it. It would be great to kind of complete the Back to the Future collection. Not 100% sure, though, if I'm going to be picking that one up. And then the Mark V. I've always loved the Mark V. I think that it's a really cool armor design. I have so many Iron Mans, though. That's what's holding me back. And not to mention, because it's die-cast, it's certainly on the higher end price range-wise. So, you know, I've gone back and forth on this one. This is like the third rendition of the suit as well. So I've, you know, gone up and down and backwards and sideways on what I'm going to do about the Mark V for so long. I didn't pick it up the first 2 times, so we'll see. I probably won't pick it up this time, but it always intrigues me greatly. So there you go. That's kind of my my roundup of my snapshot on what I'm thinking Hot Toys wise, based on what Hot Toys we have on pre-order currently, with the ones that I want but probably won't end up getting, the ones that I am thinking about ordering, the ones that I have pulled the trigger for and have on pre-order. So there you go. That's my snapshot of Hot Toys on pre-order. Let me know what you guys think of what my choices and thinking are on these figures. I'd love to hear what Hot Toys you guys are most anticipating, and thanks so much for watching.